thing for me this morning as I'm recording this. Today I have another game with Takibo. I was lucky enough to play with him. I'm sure a lot of you know Takibo is like one of the biggest YouTube content creators for Helldivers 2 out there. And he's also a really cool guy. So this mission was a convoy bots, and it picked a pretty meta loadout: strafe, MG turret, quasar, jump pack, thermites, scout armor. I just played a bot game. It went well, and I was playing the bot game with him now, so I decided to just do a meta loadout to play well. We're doing a convoy, so Takibo brings the chair. I see he opts for the siege ready armor. Give him some more scorcher ammo, faster reload. This is the same group as last game. They were all very good. So one thing to note is he picks his spot pretty much at extract, far from the convoy, and it gives him a lot of distance to kind of pick off at the convoy with the chair. Like we go and I kind of know this is his plan.
Dropping a pin, west, 200 meters.
So we get a little wrench thrown in our game plan because you don't see it yet, but there's a detector tower in the distance. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously now you can see a detector tower is given our position open, is calling reinforcements on us. I engage the air units because they are a threat and they're headed right for us. In the back of my mind at this time, I'm thinking I need to throw down some turrets. But I want to take the air down first. Takibo's already started with the chair. And we need to provide cover. Usually you'd have a little distance, a little time to do this. But because the detector tower is over there, we're getting reinforcements called on us. So I've already dropped an MG turret. I'm handling all the reinforced units coming at us. And an ally of ours has headed over to the detector tower and already taken it out. So we're not going to get flooded with units. Unfortunately, Takibo's chair gets exploded. But he's already done enough work to the convoy. It's pretty damaged. I think there are only 2 factory starters left. Just whiff this QC shot. And boom goes the dynamite.
Affirmative.
Objective complete.
So thing to note, providing cover for Takibo as he's being assaulted, from his flank by the units coming from the detector tower's reinforcements. Provided him enough time to take out most of the convoy. So it worked out really well.
Automaton outpost scrapped.
Tagging map, southeast,
At this point, I move on to my QC jump pack, fab sniping, base sniping meta. One thing to note on wide open maps like this, it's just best to bring something with mobility, because bot detection was buffed not too long ago, so they can see you at far distance, and when you're just running out there and you have no way to move or reposition or shake acquisition, you're sitting target. You don't have to do this. I mean, you can run like a turret build on a wide open map and bring something like an RR, you know, and you'll still do pretty well.
Found something.
But I prefer, efficiency.
Requesting air support.
I'm just gonna snipe gunships, dropships, whatever.
Mission is
Calling down
progressing.
a Tetsu.
Deploying
To
sentry.
the sky.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Another thing to note in large maps is one thing with acquisition is the slower you are, the more easily you're acquired.
200 meters.
The slower you are, the more units acquire you. So if you're fast, you jump block, you break acquisition, you move, and you don't stay in one area for too long, the enemies stay one step behind you most of the time. So do what you gotta do and move. Kill a few units, move, reposition. Even if you're staying in the same area, don't stay in the same spot. So do a couple things, kill a few units, reposition,
Is progressing.
and just repeat that.
Requesting sentry. Requesting sentry.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
I take it even a step further. Most people will clear out entire bases, areas, units. I take a more surgical approach. So I kind of carve a path towards what I'm trying to do, whatever objective, whether that be like attack a base, snipe fabs, operate a console. But I only hit what's directly preventing me from achieving my goal. So I'll leave a bunch of bots still up, because I favor mobility and repositioning over, clearing a base and being safe. I feel like it's a better and more efficient way to approach the game.
Calling down a sentry.
So your body count won't be high, okay? But your engagement will be high. And your objective clearing efficiency will also be high. Say there are like 50 units in a base, and there's a bunch of standing posts of units around the base peppered, but not directly on it. You'll see that often. You'll see like this example right here is there's just 2 or 3 random units near a base, but not on a base. So what's the point in fighting them? There really isn't a. You can leave them be and just move to what you got to do. Same deal here. I mean, these guys are directly in front of me. I think I'm headed to the jammer. So I opt to just kill them and keep moving. But there's several units around me, and I don't address them. They're not in my path. They're not worth addressing.
To the sky. Last reload.
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem.
I don't know if you can see, but there's enemies. There's shaft bots running around.
North. 200
And most people would say, well, those enemies can call reinforcements, or they're going to end up attacking you, following you, getting you acquired. If you move so fast, that they can't keep up with you, that's not really a problem. It's only when you're stationary or slow that's a real issue. There are a few different ways to approach bots, but this is how I approach it. And I mean, I go deathless, flawless. This works for me, may not work for you, but I mean, it might. I mean, it does for me, and it works to great effect.
Orbital inbound.
Same deal here. I'm listening to audio cues as well as looking for visual cues and looking at the minimap. I hear enemies, like I said, I'll call them posts, in and around the base, but I'm only addressing the ones inside. I'm not even addressing them. If they're in my way, I will address them.
Supplies. I'm sorry. Requesting air support.
See, that guy, I really don't care about him. You know, I left him walking around for a while.
Supplies.
Objective complete.
Tagging map. Northwest. 200 meters. Sending in an eagle.
And my eagle flailing me multiple times.
Eagle 1 withdrawing to rearm.
Orbital inbound.
At this point, I get frustrated. Just throw the 380 and leave.
At 30 minutes remaining.
Requesting sentry. Calling down a sentry.
Outpost cleared.
I'm taking a jammer out. I'm taking heavy base out. Supported on the convoy, and now I'm heading for the base control tower. So one of the main objectives.
To the sky. Requesting sentry.
Objective critical stratagem available.
I'm low here. I should have called supplies or looked at them. But I decided to hit this base anyway. In the back of my mind, I already know I'm you know, there's a good chance I'm going to leave and not finish this objective. But if I clear a lot of it out and then come back later, that's good for me too. I would just rotate off, look for a standing resupply somewhere if there is one close by. Worst case scenario, I'd call a resupply to myself and either come back to this objective or rotate off to another one.
Activating jump pack.
Obviously, I decided to leave and do just what I just said. Is Takibo fighting some gunships and me taking the heat off of him? And then me getting flanked and leaving. But then I see I have an ally there, he's fighting. I see he's engaging, so I know I have to back him up. Just gonna dodge that rocket real quick. I would have been back at the airbase.
Southwest.
You can't see because he's glitched on my map. I can't even see him at this point. But Takibo's at the airbase now. It's funny if you listen to his stream, he doesn't understand because he sees like the SSD on the floor and he's like, I didn't call it down.
Down a sentry.
But he doesn't know that somebody was there peppering it, softening the base.
Activating jump pack.
He's busy talking on his stream. He's stuck right now. You can't see him. I can't see him. but he's janked behind a box right now, so he can't finish the objective.
Engaging terminal.
What's weird about the visual glitches is this person, S3, can see him and he helps him out, but I can't see him at this time.
I got the terminal. To the sky.
Freedom has prevailed. Now head to the extraction point.
Again, I see a patrol, and I'm gonna engage it first, but I realize I'm in a meteor shower, and it's not worth fighting. So a lot of people will kill those units, you know, trying to boost their stats. For me, it's not worth it, and I don't care about stats. I just care about winning.
Sentry. Requesting air support. Calling down a support weapon.
One of the biggest metrics, believe it or not, to see who is being super effective at a game or not is to look at their distance traveled. Some people know this, most people don't.
Requesting.
But if you see a high travel rate, like a lot of distance being covered by somebody, chances are that they've been doing a lot of work, clearing a lot of objectives, and just doing things to progress your team to victory,
This called democracy.
as opposed to just killing units,
Extraction when ready.
which does not progress. You know, it can, but it does not necessarily mean it's going to get you a win. Not directly correlated with victory. This is me just casually speeding through the fortress. Takibo's also here.
Activating jump pack.
Outpost cleared. Affirmative.
Dropping a pin. Northeast. Affirmative.
See, like those units, people would engage them, right? I don't care about them. They're not affecting me. They're too slow for me. They're not preventing me from going where I want to go. So they can just sit there. I'm not going to spend the precious time attacking them. Most of the time, you do have enough time to finish a mission, so that's why people attack like errant units and pad their stats and, you know, rack up kills. A lot of times they also enjoy it.
Reinforcing.
But for me, I like to leave nothing to chance, so I would rather have a bunch of time at the end and all my objectives cleared than have gotten bogged down in several firefights and have to rush. If it doesn't work out that way, if we have 20 extra minutes, good. You know, it didn't hurt anything. But imagine taking firefight after firefight and having to rush through everything.
Calling down a sentry.
I mean, that's the only real advantage of
Requesting air support.
Administering freedom.
I mean, that's the advantage of speeding through objectives and being super efficient with your time management and your enemy engagement management.
Calling in extraction.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound. Dropships. Affirmative.
Last reload.
That thought process of engaging only what you have to and being super efficient is from doing solos. I've done probably like thousands of solos, or maybe close to 1,000 solos. I don't even know. And I have on record close to 100 on this channel, but that's just when I started recording solos. And when I say solo, I don't mean like clearing and dying or not full clearing. I mean full clears, no deaths.
ETA T-minus 2 minutes.
And the lesson I've learned, you know, after doing this for so long at this level of efficiency is you should always just work on what you have to do and not, you know, things like, oh, there's a unit there, or let me clear this whole map out so I don't have to worry about being shot or reinforced. Cut a path into the base. Kill what you have to, and as quick as you can, finish the objective and then move. There's going to be a bunch of enemies still around. It doesn't matter. Keep moving.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
It's actually more beneficial if you leave a bunch of active enemies in there, because it means the game engine has to rearrange its enemy composition on map.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
So the more enemies you bring to an area that you leave, the more enemies that the map, well, the engine has to generate to accommodate where you're at. And if you keep moving and doing this, it's always a step behind. It's always trying to rearrange the units and bring more units to your current position, and it can't get a beat on you if you keep moving fast.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
I mean, that's one of the big secrets, is go to an objective, generate as many units as you can, and move with units still there. The engine can only generate so many enemies at once. So by doing this,
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
it's like you're overloading its ability to address you with units.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. Affirmative.
When you stay there and you kill everything, it's like you're giving the engine the opportunity to address you at its full strength. And, you know, like anything else, tactical engagement is about pressing your advantage or creating an advantage and then fighting from that advantage. It's never about fighting fair, you know, at equal strength. It's about putting yourself in positions of higher strength and engaging to ensure victory. So a lot of people will be like, oh, well, you know, you want to play the game, you want to fight the game, you know, like on equal footing. It's not on equal footing to begin with. It's asymmetrical engagement. It's a unit of 4 with limited firepower versus an entire army with considerably more firepower. You're already at a dig. So it's your job to try to create an advantage. And one way to do that, just like in real life, is to flood units to one area. Okay, make them think that you're in that area.
Pelican 1 begin.
Pool all the resources there and then leave. And then move to an area that they're vulnerable.
Today you've carved another foot in a long.
Some people think it's cheesy. It's literally just being tactical. And that's it. So, convoy done in 22 minutes with randoms and Takibo. That's pretty fast. And everyone's super effective. I enjoyed playing with everybody here. It was an honor to play with Takibo. If you like this video, literally like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Ooh, I didn't plan my ending well. This is like that awkward time where you say bye to your friend and you guys are walking to your cars and you're walking in the same direction after already saying bye.
triumphant return.
Takibo was very good. Honestly, I was impressed. Again, look, my engagement, you know, I have low kills, but I didn't scroll down. You can see I have probably the most travel there. This guy was good. I gotta go look at my play history and try to friend him up.